Good morning. It's a cloudy Thursday morning. And I gotta take out the recycling. There's the cherry blossom trees. No more cherry blossoms. So Karen Read trial, I think today's gonna be day 13. And Chad Daybell, I don't know, day like 25 or something, but at this point I'm mostly just catching highlights of Chad Daybell or listening when Karen Read is on a break or something. Mostly just, well, I shouldn't say highlights, I'm catching the lowlights. Peter Tragos has been doing some updates. So now I have to take out the recycling, and I've got client work to do, and that's cool. So, oh, that's empty. Oh, okay, I never brought any recycling out. So, alrighty, so I have a big long Patreon video I made, and I posted it, but I didn't publish it. I gotta check it out, but I'm talking about the red flag feeling that ended it. Talking about my 20-year friendship with Star, which is, I guess it's officially over. I'd been hanging in there, clinging to it, wondering, is our friendship over? Time to turn on my lights. Is the friendship over? Do I still want to be her friend? Am I going to pick up if she calls? Am I going to ever call her again? Here we got some recycling, a towel that needs to be washed. Some more recycling over here. Okay. All right. Now we're gonna take it outside. Whoop. Break that box down. By the way, these are some most amazing massage therapy tools. Buy these. I have 2 sets. All right, we gotta break this box down. Let me go get the other bin. All right, let's see. Put this fucking thing. Oh, was it in my pocket? All right, here we go. Actually hear them. Hear the truck. I'm getting the fuck out of here. So, now I'm home. Like I said, I got work to do. And and as far as Karen Read updates, well, yesterday, two of the witnesses established that they actually saw Karen Read in her vehicle at 34 Fairview around 12:10. One person said that he saw a man and a woman, and then this other young, like 20-some-year-old girl said she saw just a woman. So far, that's the only evidence that has been discussed at all that somebody saw Karen. But we know Karen dropped him off, so that doesn't exactly prove that she did anything other than drop him off, which we already knew. Several hours later. And if I remember correctly, one of the two witnesses, there was a young woman and a young man, and one of them said they saw a man and a woman in the car, or in the SUV, and the other one said they just saw a woman, and one of them said they saw the dome light on and just a woman. Maybe it was the guy who said, I don't remember exactly which one said exactly what, but someone had seen her, two people had seen her at 34 Fairview Road, which was the Albert's house. That was yesterday. So because I had work to do, and then the day of court ended, and I watched Peter Tragos talk about the update, and I listened to some of it. So today was day 13. Today is day 13 of Karen Read trial, and today is Thursday, May 16th, 2024. I recorded the bulk of this video this morning at 8 a.m. when I was walking back from taking my son to the bus stop. And now, me in my pink sweatshirt, it's 5:52 p.m. and court is over for the day. Today was a half day of trial. So the most significant thing about today was Colin Albert on the stand. He is 20 years old. Seems as if the defense is trying to use him as a third-party culprit, potential somebody else who did it. The judge asked that, are you trying to use this evidence about Colin Albert? So Colin Albert, the evidence was a couple of videos that maybe they were Snapchat videos where he seemed to be drinking a beer, drunk, and saying, yo, pull up, I'll fuck you up. And apparently he was talking to some rival kids on a hockey team, and this had nothing to do, whatsoever with John O'Keefe's death, John O'Keefe's murder, the night John O'Keefe died, or any evidence that Colin Albert did anything except make a couple of stupid, very cringe videos back when he was like 17 years old. He said he was a sophomore in high school, and so the defense was trying to prove that, or present evidence that Colin has a propensity to violence. He likes to beat people up. There was a photo where he had some scabs on his knuckles, which the defense was trying to submit as evidence that he has a propensity for violence. And I guess their theory is that this 17-year-old or 18-year-old kid, or how old was he, that he beat John O'Keefe to death on the lawn, and that everybody covered it up, because that seems like that's where they're headed. So the other remarkable thing about Colin Albert's testimony, which seemed to be getting a lot of people in the comments in the video today, I watched a couple hours of Jay and Bob. I watched Jay and Bob this morning, the shaming of Jay, and what is it? Defense Diaries podcast with Bob and Ali Mata, and then Jay on the shaming of Jay. And then after a few hours of them, I switched over to Emily D. Baker and watched some of hers. Then because I had to work and I missed most of it, I ended up just scrolling all the way to the end of the day and just listening to Emily answer questions. And then I scrolled to the end of Alita Legal Bites' stream for the day, and I just listened to her answer questions. And then I listened to Peter Tragos today. He did a video called "Is the Defense Proving Their Case?" And so, what the other remarkable thing about Colin Albert's testimony is that lots and lots and lots of questions, his answer was, I don't know, I don't remember. And his explanation for the cuts on his knuckles was that he was walking in the driveway and he fell and he hit his hand on the driveway. That he was holding something, and that's why. And a lot of people in the comments were like, he's sus, he's a liar, he's hiding something. And I'm like, I mean, I see that he's saying, I don't know, I don't know, I don't remember, and I understand that that seems quite suspicious, but to make the leap that he beat a grown-ass man who's a cop to death on the lawn, like, it just makes no sense. It makes literally no sense. And, like, what was his motive? Why would he kill that man? Like, it's just so far flung. It's to me, it's really, really, really stretching. However, with all the unanswered phone calls in the early morning hours from Jen McCabe to Brian Albert or Julie Albert, and, you know, the almost complete lack of evidence that they have brought forward against Karen Read. However, even though day 12 has come and gone, it's still not over. The prosecution has not rested, and they may have 2 to 3 more weeks for their case in chief, which means who the hell knows what the hell is going to come out. So I'm not going to form any final decisions. I still don't know. I don't think that Colin Albert and his uncle killed the man. Maybe she did hit him with her car. I don't know. I mean, the defense said today that his injuries are not consistent with getting hit by an SUV, but they are consistent with being beat up, which is why he was trying to prove that Colin Albert likes to fight and that he has violent tendencies, because when he was 17 years old, he made a stupid ass Snapchat saying, pull up, I'm going to beat you up. I'm going to fucking beat you up, whatever. And we'll see if the judge is going to let, well, what did she let in? I think she did let one of the videos in, actually. But I don't know. I mean, is Karen Read guilty of hitting her cop boyfriend and murdering him? Like I started off, like, my first thought is like, it seems like she's guilty. I didn't see her SUV hit his in that video that supposedly shows that that's where she broke her taillight. As I pointed out in one of the videos I did about it, I believe that if she had actually hit his car and it was hard enough to break her taillight, I believe the snow would have slid right off of the back window of his car, and that didn't happen. So I don't know. However, they have not brought out Trooper Proctor to testify, even though he was the lead investigator. There have been some hints about a federal investigation, possibly against him. I don't know why. They didn't say. So, you know, my initial thoughts were, and I still think, that many people working together to conspire to cover up. I think the thing just turned off. Yeah, see, it turns itself off if it's out of use. Oh, that's what I could just, since it brought itself. This is DOS, DOSS, and I absolutely love this. I had another one. If you ever look back on some of my videos, you might see a little white one that was round, and it was kind of awkward, and it was meant to
also charge phones, which I don't need it to do at all. And it did not have any buttons. It didn't have volume buttons, and that was like ridiculous to me. Like, how could you not have a volume button? So you had to either do it on your phone or do it on your laptop. And like, one of the reasons I wanted a speaker was so I can control the volume. So I really like this. It's amazing. I love this. And and the other one that I bought was not wireless, which was the whole freaking point of why I bought it. So I returned that one, which was $30. And I bought this one, which was $50, although it said that it was like $80 on sale. And I think you can get it. I got it from Amazon. It's called DOS. And it's not sponsored, but it's a wireless Bluetooth speaker, and I freaking love it. Absolutely love it. I want to get a second one. If you get a second one, you can pair them. So I like the lights. They're really cute. There's different modes, and then if you want to turn the lights off, like when it's dark sometimes or whatever, I just don't feel like having colors splashing, you can turn them off as well. Anyway, so funny, I'm doing an ad, and it's not even an ad, but another thing I love is that I can easily, now I figured it out, by just turning Bluetooth off on my phone, turning it on my laptop, or vice versa, turning it off on my laptop, turning it back on my phone, I can easily pop between having it paired with my laptop, which I like to do when I'm sitting here and I'm working, or sometimes like I want to go into the kitchen and make something to eat. I want to jump into the bedroom. I want to go to the bathroom. I have to go to the basement to do some laundry. Maybe I need to pop outside, and I want to like listen because I'm listening to live streaming trial or whatever I'm listening to, and I can just bring it with me. And so it is a little silly, but so I'll be walking around and I'll have this with me and my phone. And so like if I pair it on my laptop, I can like go a little ways with this, but if I bring both things together, then I can go into the basement while I'm doing laundry and still listen to the trial, whatever. So anyway, I love it. I recommend it. And one of my new clients wants to start figuring out how to get affiliate marketing, and maybe I can start learning how to do that for myself, so I can learn how to do it for others. But anyhow, so today is the end of day 13 for Karen Read, and today was a half day. Tomorrow is going to be Friday, May 17th, 2024, and it will be a full day of trial, and I have a lot of work to do. I have to hang this up and get back to work because I have work to finish for a client, and then I'm going to have to work on it tomorrow in the morning, and then I'll have a Google Meet video chat with him, and then I'll be able to relax a little bit. So I will have to, actually Emily D. Baker said that she'll be starting late tomorrow streaming because of the fact that she's going to be talking at the Bar Association of some. So that might work out. Well, actually, she said around 10:30, but my call is at 2 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, and I don't know. Anyways, I may have to just, catch it on the replay tomorrow, which is perfectly fine. That way you can scroll through all the breaks real fast. So that's the benefit of catching it on the replay. Although what I do love when I'm doing it live is being able to comment in real time and ask questions. So anyhow, that's that. And today, a little bit for Chad Daybell update was that there was an error on some indictment or something about the death of JJ's death, and they had his date as the date his sister Tylee actually died, and that has some big legal ramifications, so they were dealing with that and talking about that. But as far as listening to actual testimony, I think I may have said that in the beginning of this video. At this point, I'm just catching like the low light updates from Peter Tragos, or listening if I happen to have a moment during the day while I'm not focused on work, or making my own video, or whatever, during a Karen Read trial break. So, it's gruesome and it's really sad, and I know he's guilty. I have no doubt that he's guilty. So I don't mind missing it as much. And I wasn't planning to watch it anyway, and I got sucked in. But now that Karen Read is going, and it really is, like, I've heard Peter Trago say it, and I don't know if somebody else said it as well, but this is like a real actual mystery. This is a genuine murder mystery, whodunit. And there's, people who believe she's innocent, people who believe the Alberts are guilty, people who believe she's guilty. And then I feel like the majority of people are just like, the majority of people who are invested are like, I need more info, because mofo. I need some more info. Oh, one thing that Prosecutor Lawley said today, which he was not talking about for the case overall, but it was like, oh, what a perfect soundbite. Maybe I'll grab it. He said, there's no evidence about anything in this case at all. I think that's what he said. He was talking about evidence of Colin Albert having anything to do with the case. But I thought that was really funny how he was like, there's no evidence of anything in this case. Like, yeah, that's the problem. So, I have a lot of heat and smoke and like self-righteous justice needs to happen for Wendy Adelson. I believe that she's an absolute murderer, a horrible person. I feel like it's offensive that she gets to live and breathe and raise her children whose father she had murdered, in my opinion, allegedly. And I do feel bad that she is not arrested and that she's getting away with it. She's literally walking free, getting away with murder every single day. And with Karen Read at this point, I'm like, did she hit him with... She said that. She said, I hit him, I hit him, I hit him. Or did I hit him? Did I hit him? And, I don't know. Unless there's some big, huge bomb shells that get dropped in the next days and weeks of trial, I just feel like, maybe she needs to take a class, and maybe she needs to get whatever, like the highest DUI. But the thing is, they never even proved that she was drunk. They said, and showed on video, she walked into the bar with a glass with some clear liquid. It probably wasn't water, and it seemed like that was the same glass that John O'Keefe grabbed and walked out the bar with. So, maybe he was like, this glass doesn't belong here anyway, so I might as well just take it and leave with it, because she took it from the first bar. Maybe it was vodka. Maybe it was water. Nobody knew. John took a sip, but he's dead. He can't say what was in it. And maybe Karen will testify. I think the bartender from the Waterfall Bar and Grill said Karen never ordered a drink that she knew of. So how does that prove that the lady was drunk? So at this point, maybe there will be more testimony to appear, and we'll find that out. That's what I'm saying. They haven't rested their case. And so once they say, I've rested my case, well then, even then I can't make a decision, because then the defense has to put their case in chief on, and then the prosecution gets their rebuttal. So I feel like, maybe we're halfway through, but if you pull a half-baked cake out of the oven and then say, this sucks, well, yeah, it's half-baked. So let the cake bake all the way, and then we'll see. But unless they start to prove some real thing, I am starting to feel sympathy for her and feel like, okay, maybe girlfriend needs some, I don't know, maybe her license should be suspended for 6 months. I don't know what the, I don't know what the penalty is for drunk driving. And, and if it's like But that's what I'm saying. Did she even drive drunk, though? Prove that. Prove she drove drunk. Prove she killed the man by hitting him with her vehicle. Prove that he was hit by a vehicle. And then that's to be continued. So, anybody who's gotten to this point of the video so far, thank you. I appreciate you. And just to let you know that the rest of this video, I don't remember exactly what I said, but I think almost the rest of the video is me talking more about one Patreon only video that I will be sharing sometime within the next few days or so, which is called The Red Flag Feeling That Ended It All. And this video is kind of a part two, kind of a preview, part two of my thoughts regarding that. So, and what that is me talking about the ending of an old friendship, a 20-year-old friendship with a woman that I love and care about, but it just has gotten to the point where our friendship is over. And that's the way it is. So if you're interested in me talking a bit more about that, then you can continue watching, and I'll see you later. If you don't want to watch that, then see you later. And if you do, enjoy the rest of the video. I'm going to get on to my work. I've got a video meet with a client, and it's Thursday. And I was talking about that, the video that I have to final edit and see if it's ready to share, which will be for Patreon members only, which is called The Red Flag Feeling That Ended It, which was the bottles got picked up, and I got videos to work on. I've got work to work on. I'm happy that client that I had. So I had a client for 4 months, and I talk about that too in the Red Flag Feeling That Ended It. I talk a lot about the red flags from that client, and I was trying so hard to do a good job for her, but there was just no pleasing her. And even though I was like, oh, I don't want to lose the income, it's been such a relief. Like from the moment that I knew that it was over with her as a client, despite the fact that I was like, oh no, the money, everything else was like, what a relief, because she was stressful. And who wants to do work for somebody that makes you feel like everything you do is subpar and make you question your ability when you know, I've been doing this type of work for almost 30 years now, and to have somebody who is pretty much like when I started this type of work, she was in diapers, but yet she wants to tell me that I'm not capable of improvement. And of course, it hurts your feelings when somebody says something rude to you and condescending. And same with my ex-girlfriend. The things that she said to me were not just mean things that I could brush under the rug anymore. I did brush it under the rug. I tried to let it go. I talked through it in a lot of video therapy sessions to myself, some of which I shared for Patreon members and membership on YouTube, and that's where she saw the thumbnails. And yeah, I feel bad that she was so shocked and so appalled by seeing those videos. She didn't see the whole video. She just saw the thumbnail and the title. And the title of those videos was enough to let her know that they were about her. No more dumpster fire friendships. You can't feel the void. You can't fill the void inside of you with dick. And beauty advice from someone who's never worn a stitch of makeup in their entire life, which is a text that she sent me. I already said all this in multiple videos, I feel like. And
So I feel bad to know that on one hand, she's hurting and probably hating me. But at the same time, it's like, oh, the gut punch. So she unfriended me. I'm pretty sure she unfollowed me on YouTube. Thank God, I hope. And I'm almost positive that she blocked me on, my cell phone, because the last message that I sent her, which was an audio message saying Happy Mother's Day. I'm so sorry that you saw those thumbnails. These are my private videos, my video therapy session. Yes, I shared some with my members, and I didn't realize that members only posts were visible to non-members. And that's kind of a fucked up apology. Like, oh, I'm sorry you saw that fucked up I'm sorry you saw a video title that said you can't fill the void inside of you with dick and you automatically knew that that was about you. I'm sorry that no more dumpster fires and you knew I was talking about you. And yeah, I'm sorry that you knew that beauty advice from someone who's never worn a stitch of makeup in their entire life was something you fucking said to me when I texted you that creepy fucking voicemail that you sent me from some dude who wanted to fuck you after 2 days of knowing you. I said that gave me a red flag feeling, which is what she then went off on me about all, the things I already said. So I tried to let it go. It fucking killed me. It was a stab in the heart. And I realized in the video that I did yesterday, that actually severed the friendship. It's not my fault that you said some shit. So this is what I'm saying. The video titles that she saw on my channel, in her mind, it was clear. That was it for her. That was the last straw. That was deal breaker. I'm severing. That was, I'm cutting you out now. Oh, fuck you, bitch. You want to say that? You want to call me a dumpster fire? You want to say, I filled my void with dick? You want to talk about shit that I said to you? You want to talk about your own hurt feelings? How dare you? How dare you talk about your own hurt feelings and share it with the world? So I kind of feel like, well, now you probably have some sense of how hurt I was, which again, I did not intend to hurt her feelings with that. Not only did I genuinely think that membership only thumbnails and stuff were not visible, I don't know what happened because I have more than one channel, and I logged out of Cat Love Dreaming Peach and I logged into my other channel, Cat Dancing and Stretching, and I looked at my page and I didn't see the membership posts. And I also had been trying to find a way to block her for a long ass time. So maybe I should have said, you know what? I'm really sorry. I was trying to see how I could block your ass on YouTube so that you wouldn't see my videos because I didn't want you to see them. But YouTube doesn't have a way to block people. I could have blocked you so you couldn't leave a comment on my video, but you'd still see my shit. So, that's YouTube's fault, I guess, that I wasn't able to properly block you. Of course, the fact that I wanted to block you at all is evidence that we weren't friends. When she would comment on my videos, I would be like fucking cringe because I don't want her to see my shit. I want some level of privacy because, because I fucking did. I didn't know that it was going to get to this point where I was going to make videos talking about how hurt I am about her, and then she would see like I'm saying, if I had just posted publicly, yeah, I would have, of course, known she would have seen it. And when I posted videos on Patreon, they go on YouTube as unlisted, so she can't see it. So it was my mistake, but I'm not that broken up about it because I've been contemplating for 2 years, is this friendship over? She said some things to me that just crossed a line that for me was way outside of, well, I was mad and I just said some mean things. It's one thing to say mean things and then, you were just angry. But then there's certain type of mean things that to me reveal a much deeper belief system, a much deeper truth that came out because you were mad. And there are some toothpaste you can't get back in the tube, you know. Once you squeeze that shit out of the fucking bottle, you can't put it back. So when she said to me, well, you've never been in love anyway, getting advice from you is like getting beauty advice from someone who's never worn a stitch of makeup in their entire life, and I'm aggressive and defensive. And all of that was because I said, that creepy ass voicemail that guy sent you gave me a red flag feeling. I didn't even say the creepy ass voicemail. I just said, I'm sorry, that gave me a red flag feeling. The next day he tried to fuck her. She had to push him off and say, no, get off me, and block him. And, but she thought it was appropriate to let me suffer for 5 months with those insults that she hurled at me. When I say let me suffer, like, bitch knew the next day that my red flag feeling was spot the fuck on. Like, red bullseye, motherfucker. And it's like her pride was so hurt that I was right. And then she insulted me in this way that revealed to me, oh, you actually think a lot of fucking mean ass things about me, don't you? And then didn't tell me that all of her mean ass feelings were completely off kilter, off base, out of line, uncalled for, and completely wrong, because what I said was 100% correct, which means that all of her hurling, rude, fucking self-defensive bullshit was just her way of trying to protect her shit, because she's embarrassed that she's a fucking hoe and doesn't know it or something. I don't know. It's like, if you're a hoe, just embrace it. You want to fuck people, you enjoy it. You're a poly or you're multi or whatever you are. Embrace it. Don't act like you're not that if you are that. Or if you're acting like that and you don't want to be that, then stop being that. Here comes the recycling. All right, I got to get to work. That was it. Just a hodgepodge of thoughts this morning. All right, now I can go get the cans and bring them back in the house. So, you know, it's never good. Never a totally good feeling to end a friendship. But it does feel good that I don't have to be stressed anymore. It does feel good, you know, when she blocked me. I was like, well, I've been contemplating for over a year now. Every time you call me, I don't really want to pick up. And I don't want to call you. And when you came to town, I didn't want to see you. First time in 16 years I had an opportunity to see you, and I didn't want to because I was still hurt about the shit you said, which is what made me realize, oh, we're not actually friends anymore. I'm just clinging to it because of all of our history. But the fact is that you broke my heart and I fell out of love with you. I'm talking about friendship-wise. You broke my trust. You insulted me. Some squeaky stairs. You broke my trust. You broke my heart. You said cruel things to me that were not true. I mean, it's true I don't wear makeup. That aspect is true. So the fact that you took a truth, and you spun it into a cruelty, that was the thing that was really, really like, oh, I don't think I can get over this. Because what you did, bitch, is you you didn't just say, like, I don't fucking agree. You didn't say, that's not my opinion. I don't have the same opinion. You didn't say, Well, I guess we just see things differently then. Ha! You didn't say, you really hurt my feelings. And I was super into this guy. I was so into him that I sent a voicemail and a text message from him to you because I wanted to what? What did you expect me to think? That's something I'd really like to know, Star. Did you think I was going to swoon over that creepy fucking red flag text and voicemail from that guy who wanted to fuck you after knowing you for 2 days, and he was so creepy that there was literal ooze coming out of my phone? Creepy goo coming out of my phone? Listening to that voicemail, it's like, you sent that to me. Did you know, and it makes me wonder, was she swooning over this message thinking like, he thinks I'm so beautiful, he is so into me, and you were going to send it to me to what? Like, are you gloating? Were you so happy that this guy thought all that about your beauty that you had to just share it with me because you wanted me to know? I don't know. I don't know what her motivation was. Did you secretly also get a red flag feeling and you wanted to know if I thought that too? Or were you genuinely on cloud 9, which is what I really think? I think she was so fucking in the fucking swooning about this thing that she sent it to me like, oh my God, this guy is so cool. He's so hot. He's so into me. And didn't expect me to say that, you know. Maybe that was a real gut punch for her. Maybe when I said, that gave me a red flag feeling, she thought, bitch, you don't know anything, which is what she basically said. You don't fucking know anything. You've never even been in love, which is the ultimate insult. I had an 8-year committed relationship with my children's father, who I've known for 35 years. We were high school sweethearts. Plus, I've been engaged twice before that. And I have been in love. Have I had a loving relationship that has resulted in me and that person still being together, currently committed? No. But to say I've never been in love, gut punch, and then saying getting advice from you, getting love advice from you is like getting beauty advice from someone who's never worn a stitch of makeup in their entire life. Which is why I did beauty advice from someone who's never worn a stitch of makeup in their entire life, because I have a lot of beauty advice for people. And just because I don't paint goop on my face doesn't mean I don't know anything about beauty. And just because I don't personally feel so compelled, whether out of insecurity or desire or interest or just liking makeup on my face, whatever my reason is, that I don't, how does that equate to I don't know anything about beauty? So her insults was like a Vienna sausage wrapped in a fucking pig in a blanket, wrapped in a fucking, I don't know, an eclair wrapped in a fucking Napoleon, wrapped up in a fucking croissant, like layers and layers and layers of an onion. It's like you piled on the layers of garbage thoughts that you hurled at me, and I'm not able to get over it. You're still hung up on that? You're still fucking hanging on to that, she said. Yeah, I guess I am, after all. I guess I am after all. And you know what? It's not a grudge. It's not me. It's not like I'm angry at you and it's gonna go away. You broke my heart. You severed the friendship. You revealed to me unfriendly thoughts that were the epitome of not being a friend. You exposed that you have garbage inside of you for me. Crap, bullshit, and straight cruelty. And I didn't deserve it. I didn't do anything but listen to this girl's fucking emotional problems for 2 decades, been the ear for you, been the shoulder for you, been the friend for you, been the one there who's always listening, always giving good advice, always giving good insight, always doing my best to be non-judgmental. But you know what, girl? You want to keep doing the same stupid behaviors. And I got to my breaking point. I got to the point where I can no longer continue to be non-judgmental and hold you in high esteem and high regard and think that you're doing the best thing for yourself and your son and believe that you're going to rise up and be a happy person and stop fucking around with these fucking low-life men and wake up and catch a clue. And you know what? It's not my fucking job. It's not my job to fucking hold your hand through all of this. Like I said in the other video, at this point, talking to you is work. So if I was going to talk to you, bitch, you need to pay me, because at this point, it takes work to have a conversation with you and to hold myself and be kind and not judgmental and not drop little snarky comments and not say, I know you're fucking lying. You can't be that stupid and naive and gullible. You can't be that oblivious to your own behavior that causes this shit. It's not just one narcissistic guy after another lined up like dominoes. No, it's not all them. They are not the problem. You are the problem. You and who you're attracted to, who you talk to, who you're open to, who you fuck with, who you give the time of day. That's the problem. You're the problem. You're the problem in your own life. And now you're not a problem in my life anymore, because I'm done. I'm over it. I've unsubscribed from this drama. I've canceled the show. I don't want to see it anymore. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to know about it. And I certainly don't want to be judged, because I think that you should probably close your legs and, you know, work on yourself. Work on your own soul. Work on your own insecurity. Work on your own confusion. Why are you still chasing the dick? Why are you still chasing after someone to tell you you're beautiful, sexy, hot, and that they want to fuck you? You probably know why. You probably have a lot of reasons inside of you over the 55 years that you've been alive that you know are the reasons why deep down inside you don't think you're beautiful, you don't think you're sexy, you don't think you're worthy, you don't think you're lovable. So you projected all that out onto me while you spread your legs for guy after guy and then wonder why I'm judging you. I'm judging you because you're over here crying about how hurt you are over another stupid guy, and then you want to act like, I'm not hurt, I'm cool. I'm all cool. Cool for you. All right, gotta go. See you later, bye.